Your stroll takes you into a nice part of town that seems to have larger, more McMansion style. I mean, it'll be fun, but he's a bad. Yeah, go get some food. I'll be here. This seems to have larger, more McMansion style hives. Based on your past experience on Alternia, you're not quite certain that upper class enclaves equal safety for you, but you might as well explore. You never know where you'll find your next friend. The power of positive thinking must be on your side because someone emerges out of the shadows of these sprawling suburbs.
Oh, hello there. I don't believe we've met. I'm sure I would have remembered someone with such unique looks. You don't know where you are, do you?
By this point in your time on Alternia, you don't know if it's wise to admit that you're lost and naive to the ways of the world, but you don't know what you could say to try and convince this guy that you've got any kind of street smarts. You nod your head reluctantly, but he actually looks more interested in you after the confirmation that you're new to the neighborhood. Have you perhaps found someone who likes you for your vulnerability and naivety? That sure would be fantastic luck.
It's a good thing that I found you. Not everyone is as respectful of lowbloods as I am.
Ugh.
Oh, but I shouldn't make assumptions just because you're not much to look at. My bad. I don't mean to be forward, but you're just so interesting. Mind if I ask what color your blood is?
You hesitate. While you're still terrifyingly ignorant of the intricacies of Alternian society, you're starting to feel terrifyingly informed about the role that blood color plays in this world. And you've managed to gather by now that plain old human red isn't considered one of the better colors to have. What do?
Red, huh? Wow, that's so unique. I've always liked the color red. I don't think I've ever filled a quadrant with a red blood before. I don't think I've ever made friends with a red blood before.
Don't know what a quadrant is, or what it means to fill one. Given your experience on this planet so far, you're nervous that it could mean something violent. But you don't want to further expose your ignorance, so you just say that you're as excited for this friendship as he is.
Heh, you come on strong. Nice. You need a place to stay for the day, right? I can help you out with that. I've got plenty of spare rooms for guests in my hive. You know, because I believe it's important to help out the underserved members of the community when you can. My hive is this way. Shall we?
You follow him down the street. You guess it must qualify as a nice night, because you see lots of other trolls walking around here too. Most of them are dressed as nice as Zebruh, and you see a few shabbier looking trolls that must be low bloods walking with high bloods.
Today is actually Flushed Affirmation Day, so you'll see a lot of trolls taking their mace spritz out to celebrate. Lucky for you, my flush quadrant is currently empty, so I'm all yours tonight.
That sounds a little weird. He doesn't need to be all yours, you assure him. You're an easygoing individual who's happy to share their friends with plenty of other friends.
Sure. Sharing can be a good time if you're into that. I could be, speaking personally, like maybe with two lowbloods, but not in an objectifying way. But not in an objectifying way. Everyone involved has got to respect each other, you know?
Wow. What? You have no idea how your innocent comment about friendship got taken to this particular place. You decide that maybe the best thing to say here is nothing, because who knows how he might misinterpret you next.
Looks like there are a lot of high-blood, low-blood couples out tonight for the holiday. Pretty unusual to see in this neighborhood, to be honest. It's sad, but most of these low-bloods are probably with their mace spritz because it's socially advantageous. Pretty shitty of the high-bloods to take advantage of that, but not everyone is as socially conscious as I am. I think it's super terrible when high-bloods don't treat their low-blood mace spritz like the queens that they are.
You look around at all the other couples. The class divide is pretty noticeable, and some of the high blood trolls have scornful looks on their faces when talking to their low blood dates. One troll, dressed in cerulean, is making her shabbily dressed matesprit kneel down so he can give her a ride on his shoulders. It could be a cute coupley thing, you guess. Except she's sure laughing a lot and has the heel of her boot pressing into the back of his neck. You don't want to speculate about what people might be into, but it does seem kind of humiliating. Zebruh sees where you're looking and shudders theatrically. In the process of waving his arms around in disgust, he slips an arm over your shoulders.
I'm so sorry. You shouldn't have to see something like that.
You're trying to think of a tactful and friendly way to move away from his arm around your shoulders when you arrive at what must be his hive. It's the biggest and most McMansion-y hive on the block, and when he stops in front of it, he lets go of you to gesture proudly at his sprawling home.
Welcome to my humble abode. I just feel grateful, you know? To be able to share my wealth with those less fortunate.
When you walk inside the front door, you're greeted by a very distinguished-looking white zebra. It has normal zebra markings all over its body, except for around its neck, where the dark gray zags oh, a little bow tie. Where the dark gray zags have formed a shape that looks like a bow tie, almost like it's wearing a suit. You don't know how its zebra face is managing to radiate pure disdain when it looks at you, but that is unquestionably the energy you're getting.
Don't mind my Lucius. He's kind of socially old-fashioned. But he lets me keep lowbloods around the hive to help out and stuff, so he's not all that bad. Let me give you the grand tour.
As Zebruh takes you through the spacious hive, you can see other trolls in several of the rooms. Most of them aren't wearing clothes as nice as Zebrah's. You're guessing these are the lowbloods he just mentioned? They seem to be all doing chores, sweeping, cooking, exchanging green slime and troll-sized bathtubs for other, possibly fresher green slime. Each of them glances up at you and Zebruh when you pass by, then looks deferentially away. Zebruh Lucis is following you, and every time you exit a room, it pauses in the doorway to weenie out what could be orders, or possibly he's just berating them. You arrive at an empty ballroom-looking space upstairs, where several low-blood trolls are hard at work, cleaning up the remains of what must have been quite a party. Zebruh seems to notice you noticing how all the trolls in here are scrubbing the floor, and how they are all avoiding your eyes.
I told you I take in plenty of guests. I believe it's important to promote diversity, you know? So that's why you don't see other indigo bloods here. Looks like all the guests are busy today. Well, an important part of communal living involves contributing your labor when it's necessary. Right, guys?
A few low bloods mutter an affirmation, while others just put their sponges and mops down to prostrate their whole bodies on the floor. Zebruh looks a little uncomfortable with the bowing, but not that uncomfortable. He doesn't introduce you to any of them.
They don't all realize yet that my hive is a sanctuary from the harsh injustices of the outside world. Anyway, enough about my low-blood guests. Let's take care of you, shall we?
Perhaps his Lucis has had enough of tolerating your presence, because it takes the opportunity to stop following you and go huff at more of Zebrah's guests. Now, for better or worse, you are all alone, and Zebruh has turned all of his attention on you. His smile seems very friendly. You want to see it as friendly.
The night is still young. I'm happy to do whatever you want to do.
If you feel like going out on the town
to celebrate Flushed Affirmation Day, I have lots of other friends I could introduce you to. Help you meet the right kind of culture, you know? Or if you're tired, I can show you to your guest room now and we can have a nice night in.
Go out or stay in. You think that going out with Zebruh on Flushed Affirmation Day might potentially give him the wrong idea, and besides, you're pretty tired, so you don't feel like going out. You tell him you're ready to retire to your guest room.
Sure. Oh, bro, by the way, have you heard of Chixie Reichsmere? Reichsmere. You probably haven't. You don't seem like you have very serious music fan. She got a great opportunity tonight to learn from me. One of her low-blood musician friends is playing a show for the holiday, and I can get us in because I'm super connected in the scene. We should go just in case she's there.
You could have sworn you told him you wanted to stay in tonight, but okay. You can gather the remains of your energy and go out to this concert with him. That's what a good friend would do. He takes you across town to the concert, only trying to hold your hand or put his arm around you a couple times on the way, so it could be worse. Maybe hand-holding is totally platonic on Alternia. You hope so. The concert itself is one troll with a guitar and a harmonica who, according to Zebruh, is a lowblood whose songs are spreading truly radical messages, almost as radical as Chixi's. You enjoy the tunes as much as you can, but you don't understand what the lyrics are trying to say. You ask Zebruh what the lyrics mean, since the message is apparently important to him, but he gets annoyed with your question.
What? The lyrics are about, well, they're about a lot of things. Social justice and oppression and stuff. It's hard to explain to someone who doesn't already get it. Like, if you're not on my level already, I don't know what I can really say, you know? But enough about the music. I want to talk about you. What sort of things are you into?
You haven't had many opportunities on Alternia to talk about your interests. How exciting! You say that you like playing games, but he's already interrupting you.
Cool, sounds great. Really interesting stuff. What's your quadrant situation like?
It's harder to pretend that you know what he's talking about now that she's asked you about quadrants directly. You admit that you have no idea what he means by quadrant situation.
Wow, you're even more clueless than I thought. Don't worry, I still find you attractive.
He goes into a brief, but not really brief enough, explanation of the 4 types of romance on Alternia. Matespritship, the flush quadrant, which to you sounds the most analogous to human romantic partnerships. Moira Allegiance, the pale quadrant, which sounds like an exceptionally codependent friendship by human standards. Auspicitism, the ashen quadrant, which you don't understand at all. And Kismezitude, the black quadrant, which just sounds like repeatedly hooking up with someone you hate. You're fuzzy on the details of all 4 of these, but you understand enough to get that he's asking if you're single. You tell him that you, really just want to be friends. Of course.
I super respect your choices. You ever change your mind, I'm right here, and being in a quadrant with an influential yet sensitive and socially aware indigo blood like myself can make it a lot easier for you to survive and thrive on Alternia.
Wasn't he criticizing that kind of high blood, low blood, socially advantageous relationship just a few hours ago? It wouldn't be very friendly of you to point out his hypocrisy, so you don't mention it. After another song, another troll at the club sidles up to Zebruh and whispers something in his ear, then skulks off again. Zebruh looks alarmed, glancing around him and edging towards the club exit.
I just got a tip that there's about to be a Cullen at this concert. We should get out of here.
You definitely agree with him about wanting to get out of here. You look around at the rest of the audience still enjoying the show. You and Zebruh are the only ones getting ready to leave. Is he going to warn any of the other trolls here of the danger?
Oh, no, definitely not. If I were to warn any of these lowbloods that a Cullen is coming, that could be a risk in my life too. Not that I've ever tried, but everyone knows that. The highbloods here will probably be fine though. We've got each other's backs. It's important to look after your comrades in the struggle.
Sure enough, you can see that the other trolls here who, much like Zebruh, stand out because they're wearing nice clothes, are casually but urgently leaving the concert venue. The lowbloods are all still clapping and singing along with the singer on stage. No one has given them a tip-off.
Come on, we gotta scram.
The 2 of you abscond, getting away from the music club as fast as your legs can carry you. By the time Zebruh decides it's safe to slow down, you are tired and out of breath. Looking around, it seems like you've arrived back in the high blood part of town. You wonder if drones have descended on all those trolls at the club by now, and you just can't hear it because this neighborhood is too far away, closed off and sheltered from the violence.
Whew! That was a close one. Going to low-blood cultural events like that can be dangerous. But it's one of the risks that you have to take if you want to be an activist. I can't tell you how many times I've risked a Culling to fight for low-blood rights. Civil disobedience is the only way to fight the authoritarian state.
He turns to you and takes one of your hands in both of his, looking deep into your eye.
I think it's so cool how you supported me back there when we risked our lives for the cause. That's probably the best way you can contribute as an activist and ally, you know, by supporting me. Speaking of activism, we were talking about quadrants earlier. Let's get back to that.
This guy just does not want to take no for an answer. Once again, you reiterate that friendship is what you're looking for here. He nods enthusiastically and squeezes your hand tighter.
Fuck yeah! I love friendship! I've always believed that a strong friendship is the best foundation for any successful romantic relationship. Many trolls stop by being friends first and enter into a quadrant later. And if you try to be friends but then fight too much, that can still prepare you for a collisionist quadrant. By the way, the thought of being your friend makes my blood push a beat a little faster.
Sure, you say. If what we're doing is extolling the benefits of friendship, then boy, do you have some things to add to his list. For instance, friendship can give you a sense of platonic companionship with your fellow man. And friends can also come in handy when you need someone to help you move, or take you to the airport, or other non-romantic activities. You think friendship is a great thing to pursue for its own merits. Friendship is so great that once you have it, why would you want anything more?
Hell yeah, totally. You're so right that friendship is a great first step. Did you enjoy the concert tonight? Did it persuade you to be an ally for low blood rights?
You think that going by your blood color and how often you have almost gotten killed by those more powerful on this planet, you're more like a member of the oppressed underclass than you are an ally. But you decide not to split hairs and just tell him that, yes, you'll be an ally to yourself.
That's fantastic. I'm so happy to hear that. If you're an ally to low bloods, then I'll allow you to be my mate spirit.
Friend, you correct him. You can be his friend.
Right, sure, yep. I meant to say friend.
He lets go of your hand finally, which at least counts for a partial victory, and winks.